These two teams met face-to-face at center field back in Season 6 on January 17, 2016. Tonight, these two teams face off for the 6th time ever in SFL history. The Mexico City Aztecs and Carolina Skyhawks are looking to make history in this matchup. Both teams are coming off great wins last week to put both at 1-0 to start the season, but someone has to receive an L tonight. Both teams are looking to conquer one another in this SFL battle. It's week number 2 in the SFL as the season starts to heat up and catch fire. Hi everybody, I'm Damon Seaman. Alongside me is Wade Phillips, and tonight on Stats we have Tom Roman, Rochelle, along with Tazzy. Wade, can you please, sir, give me your take for tonight's matchup?
Absolutely. It'll be definitely two teams that want to keep their hot streaks alive, and both teams have some solid players, and Mexico City with a legend at quarterback and some great pieces along with him, and Phoenix Jones that had a monster day last week with 229 yards and 3 touchdowns. So Carolina wants to spoil that hot run of Mexico City. Mexico City wants to spoil the hot run of Carolina, so I'm looking for a fantastic ball game.
It should be a fantastic ball game. As you stated before the start of the game, before we went live, we did inform that both of these teams had a matching score last week, and so we're looking for a high power one here. And as we're watching the coin toss, and Mexico City is going to decide the start of this ball game. It looks like Carolina's going to receive. Oh no, they're going to kick. See, someone's trying to confuse me already. And Whistle Jones, kicker for the Carolina Skyhawks, has the ball on the tee. Mr. Jones, will you do me one favor, sir, and boot it? We are live, everybody. Here at Richards Memorial Stadium, David Richards Memorial Stadium. There's a broken tackle there by the return guy. Number 85, Fox Highwin, brings his team, our ball club, out to the 30-yard line of Mexico. Carolina Skyhawks rocking the white helmets, all blue jerseys and pants, red numbers with white trim. Mexico City, red hat, white jersey, green pants with red, white, and green trim, if I'm not mistaken. Here's a handoff here to Phoenix Jones, and Jones is rocked hard after picking up a yard or two on that carry. Wade, what you have to say about that hit?
Absolutely, and that's a great way for Carolina to start this defensive stand and not let Phoenix Jones pick up what he averaged last week in 8.2 yards per carry, and that time only 2 yards, and that was a great stand early on in this drive.
8.2 yards a carry for an entire game. That could be a record. And here's a two-step drop here by Wilson. Wilson throws a dot down to the bottom of the field. Is going to pick up 6 yards on that reception there to Mike Daggs. I'm sorry, not Mike Daggs. That's Fox Highwin, the number 4 wide receiver on the depth chart. Is it 4? No, that's his number. You have him that low.
And that was a great throw by Matt Wilson, just to lead him right to that edge. Got it, caught it, kept the feet in bounds. Great drive, great pickup for 6 yards.
3rd and 2 here for Wilson. 4 wide receiver set, takes a step back, got a man open to the top of the field. That is going to be a reception by number 14, Nate Ritters, the rookie, coming out of Albuquerque.
And that was a great pitch and catch by the lefty, Matt Wilson, and threw it to Nate Ritters. I got to see him a lot in the minor league season, played against him a few times, and he was a great impact player there. And he's showing that with 5 receptions last week, and he's showing to be a threat already.
Run straight here for Wilson. Got his guy open, he thinks, and that pass is going to be tipped it away. 2nd and 10. That is, can't see the name on the jersey. It's 27. And that is Daniel Valentine coming away with his first pass deflection of the night.
Great spot to be in to knock that ball down. It looked like it was in some traffic over there, but great awareness and heads-up play by Daniel Valentine to knock that ball down.
Going to be a far formation here for Mexico City at their own 47-yard line, moving the ball well. Matt Wilson on the 5-step drop, dumps it off to the flat, and he's going to pick up 8 yards. 9 yards they're going to give him. That is Phoenix Jones.
And there's Phoenix Jones. He is a threat to receive, and he's almost to the 1,000-yard reception yards for his career, and he's just one step closer to that in this ball game. And they will target him early and often. He is an absolute baller out there.
Mexico City offense, you have Matt Wilson at the quarterback. Phoenix Jones and Ray Bentley are your halfbacks and fullback. Jason Bradley, we'll get back to that in just a minute. Here's Phoenix Jones up the middle of the field, going to pick up the first down and more. Crosses midfield, 33-yard line.
Phoenix Jones is an absolute just monster out there. He's 6'2", 230, and is a load to bring down. So anytime he gets ahead of steam, he is just a problem.
Wide receivers for this Mexico City squad. You have Jason Bradley, Nate Ritters, as I called earlier, Jacob McCall, and Fox Highland. You have tight end Mike Daggs. Wilson on a one-step drop, gets a little pressure, move to his left, got a man downfield, and that is Mike Daggs, with his first reception of the night.
Just an absolute picture-perfect toss in there, just put it in his bread basket, and unfortunately Mike Daggs couldn't quite get it to the end zone, but they will pick up that huge chunky yards and be on their way to what could be a score in this early ball game.
I like that area view that we just received there from the replay crew. Defense for the Carolina Skyhawks, you have defensive end Ryan Ray, John Nevels. Defensive tackle is Phil Hall. We'll get back to them after this snap if we can. Here's a handoff here to Jones, and Jones walks into the end zone, untouched Phillips. And guess what? He crosses Hollywood Boulevard.
And it looks like there's a penalty on the play that might bring this back.
It's going to be a clipping. Looks like a chop block. They're going to call on the offense. So we're going to take that off the board. Defense here for Carolina. You have inside linebacker, number 99, Shraven Prasad. You have outside linebackers are David Ware and Chad Stinson. Your cornerbacks are Tristan Hatley, Mark Martin, and Davidson Joseph. Free safeties are Daniel Valentine and Monte Wyatt. Here's another pass here by Wilson. Oh my goodness, what an outstanding throw by the Hall of Famer. And that is to Fox Highland coming away and keeping the toes in bounds, Wade.
Absolutely, and not many quarterbacks can make that throw just to beat the defender to the ball and just put it in the perfect spot to get it to his receiver.
And not forgetting the strong safety for the Carolina Skyhawks, Cain Vasquez. That is your offense for Mexico City and defense for Carolina Skyhawks. Looks like it's going to be a bunch here to the right of Wilson. Jones in the backfield by himself. Out route to the top of the field. That is Mike Daggs. Stiff form, crosses the goal line, and he put 6 points on the board.
And that was just what Mike Daggs does. I mean, Matt Wilson and Mike Daggs have just a special connection right there. They found it, and Mike Daggs would not be brought down and just willed himself into the end zone for a perfect touchdown to start this game.
One thing about the Mexico City Aztecs is they know how to use the tight end very well. They've been known for, keeping Mike Daggs involved into the play and to the playbook and into the game plan each and every week, each and every season. And this is why he's one of the best tight ends, or should I say top 5 tight ends in the league, should I say.
And there we go. We got that.
Yeah, my bad about that. Fox High, when you're not the lowest rated value wide receiver, it's just your number is 85, and the way it's look on my on the roster sheet. That was my bad. I thought I was looking at the SFL portal, but I'm looking at the roster sheet, and the portal has it different wide. Okay, sorry. All right, back to the game. Here's the return here for the Carolina Skyhawks at the goal line. And it's going to be Prasad, and Prasad's going to be tackled and brought down at the 25-yard line of Carolina. It is hard to see the numbers, the jersey numbers on Carolina, that red and blue. First and 10 here for Carolina. And we have Matt South here underneath the center calling the signal, dumps it off to one of the backs, and he's going to pick up 8 yards on that carry. And that is Logan Jack coming away with his first reception for tonight.
Logan Jack had 9 receptions last week, and they're continuing that early and often, and it's going to need a lot of that and a lot of completions to all these receivers and backs to get a win tonight, and then it's looking already like they're on that trend.
3 wide receivers set here for Carolina to the right of Matt South. Logan Jack in the backfield by himself, 5-step drive. South goes across the middle of the field. He finds a target, and it is complete at the 49-yard line.
And that was very solid defense. Carolina found the spot in the coverage that was perfect, and just a perfect throw to beat the defender to the ball. And that time, Harish Prasad got in there, caught that ball, and picked up some hefty chunk of yardage for the first down.
Absolutely. Wait, I have to agree with you. That was outstanding defense by Mexico City, but it was a better route ran by Prasad and a better throw by Matt South. I think this is the first time I've ever called a game with 2 Matts. Here's Matt South, and that pass is going to be incomplete going across the middle of the field.
Yeah, and that time Matt South just incomplete over the middle, and looked like Mexico City is having great defense in the middle of the field early on, and luckily that first time they got that completion, but that time just incomplete.
Here's your starting lineup here for the Carolina Skyhawks. Matt South is your quarterback. Halfback is Logan Jack. No fullback. Sam Avolis. Heath McDaniel Jr. wide receiver. Harish Prasad wide receiver. And your tight ends are Tony Zoma and Vince DeSantis. And there's a pass across the middle of the field. That pass is going to be deflected away by the defense. And that is number 57 coming away with that pass deflection, KT Horrell.
And that was excellent positioning by KT Horrell right there. Just sitting right there, holding their spot, and incomplete pass, exactly what they needed on that defensive stand. It looked like the receiver might have got right behind him, but just way to stand in strong and knock that ball down.
Defense of the Aztecs' defensive ends are Brock Lee, Skylar Kingsley, Dan Tritz is the defensive tackle. Linebackers are KT Horrell, Ronnie Watson, and Dexter Jackson. We'll get to the cornerbacks and safeties right after this play here. Here's a gun straight. And going deep is South, and that pass is going to be deflected away. Give credit to number 26, and that is Jermaine Mainfield coming away with that pass deflection.
And that was excellent defense by Jermaine Menefield. I actually played with him in San Jose in the minor leagues, and he was a great defender for us there, and he's continuing that over into this major league season and already showing his presence in the first game and now in the second game as well.
Yeah, that's outstanding coverage there by Menefield on that last play. The cornerbacks for Mexico City, you have Jarrett Brody and Menefield, as we just spoke of. You have Xavier Hawkins, and the safeties are Jeffrey Daggs and Ben Harps. Those guys there will be leading the defense for the Mexico City Aztecs. They get the ball back. Mexico City marched down the field, Wade, basically with ease. No hiccups at all. Matt Wilson looked pretty good on that drive. And I want to say Wilson maybe only had 1 incompletion. Taking a look here, yeah, he was 6 for 7 on that drive there. And now he's going to take over here. There's Jones up the middle, and Jones is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a yard, though.
So far, Carolina has come to play in the run defensive department, and they've really held Phoenix Jones to nothing on the ground, which granted he's only had about 2 carries, but for sure Matt Wilson had a hot drive that first start, and now if they can keep that up, they can just be as methodical.
Yeah, Phil Hall came away with the tackle there. And here's Jones again. Jones picks up a few yards there. Looks like he picks up 4. 3rd and 5. So it's 3rd and mid-range now here for Mexico City.
And they absolutely, if they can get Phoenix Jones going, I mean, last week he had a monster game, and if they can continue that this game, they are sitting pretty.
Probably one of the best games in SFL history by a halfback Jones put on display there. There's a man across the middle of the field. That pass is caught. And Mexico City is going to pick up the first down, and that is to wide receiver Jacob McCall, who picks up his first reception tonight.
And absolutely, that's exactly what they need to continue this drive, get that first down over the middle, and that time Carolina was kind of scrambling in the back end to bring him down, but they got him down with just a little bit of damage done, but definitely a first down picked up.
4 wide receiver set, empty backfield here for Matt Wilson. 3-2 dime for the defense. Only going to bring 3. There's a receiver across the middle of the field. That pass is caught and completed, and that's Mike Daggs coming away with that reception.
An old reliable Mike Daggs, you just know when Matt Wilson is looking for a first down, if he doesn't see his first couple reads open, he is absolutely pinpointing Mike Daggs, and he did right there for that first down.
I formation here for the offense at Mexico City's 48-yard line. Looks like a little halfback delay. Going to give it to Phoenix Jones, and Phoenix going to pick up 3 yards on that carry.
Absolutely. That's just another 3-yard carry. And so far it's been kind of slow for Phoenix Jones in the beginning, but you just know they're going to try to continue to involve him and get him going.
Second and second here for Mexico City at Carolina's 49-yard line. 4 wide receiver set. Looks like the same formation 2 plays previously. 2-step drop here by Wilson. Got a man across the middle of the field. That pass is complete. And this time it's Nate Ritter's. And I want to say that's Ritter's second reception today. He's 2 for 2 for 25 yards.
Automatic almost so far, 2 for 2. And now Mexico City continues to drive. And it's just another show by Matt Wilson so far in this drive. And if they can continue this, they are going to be dangerous.
Total plays on the current drive is 6 plays. Matt Wilson goes down to the bottom of the field, and that is going to be Ray Bentley coming away with his first reception, picks up 4 yards on that reception.
That time the fullback got targeted, and Matt Wilson took what he could and threw it to the open man. That time, not many open players for Mexico City, but Matt Wilson found the target and picked up a 4-yard gain.
111 yards so far at the office for Matt Wilson. And off here to Jones. I thought it was Bentley, but Jones up the middle of the field. Man, I was fooled on that one.
And that time, yeah, he had daylight in front of him. The blockers did a good job getting to the second level, and he just plows over number 33, Monte Wyatt, on that play, but picks up a few yards after contact, and just a great head of steam by Phoenix Jones to get there and get to the second level and pick up that first down.
Let's look at Wyatt there, and Wyatt is looking for a redemption. 1st and 10 inside of the 20. This time he's going to hand it off here to Jones again, and Jones is nothing doing, picking up 1 yard. It seems like it's certain plays Carolina has his number, but then Jones is just too good and too powerful. He's so fast as well. He knows how to get to that second level.
Absolutely. I mean, you can game plan all you want, but in the end, it's going to be an unstoppable force against an immovable object, and we'll see which one wins.
2nd and 9 here for Wilson. Got a man up top. That is to Ray Bentley. Ray Bentley breaks a tackle, pick up the first down, stopped at the 5-yard line.
And Ray Bentley is no slouch himself. He is up there in the all-time leaderboards in rushings and receptions, and he is a handful as a fullback, and that time they used him, and he picked up a hefty chunk and got a first down.
Yeah, his entire career, Ray Bentley has been one of the dangerous backs falling out into the flats. And he shows the reason why they're picking up that first down. Handoff here to Phoenix Jones, and oh my goodness, Phoenix Jones took a shot right at the line of scrimmage. I want to say that was 56, Mr. Stinson with that tackle.
And that time, yeah, Chad Stinson just got right in there and brought Phoenix Jones down for pretty much no gain, and they are going to absolutely need a lot of that today.
I formation here for the Aztecs. 3-2 is the defense. This is the worst defense to be in goal line, and Phoenix Jones shows you why. Because you have no one up front protecting the run, and he runs in untouched into the end zone, crossing Hollywood Boulevard.
Absolutely right. You are absolutely correct, because the big uglies up front, including those tight ends, got great push, and there was just no one up front for Carolina to stop that run. And we see the result. Mexico City gets a touchdown on a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, it was extremely weird to see Carolina in a 3-2 dying defensive set, while Mexico City was in a tight bunch, run formation, and that was just weird to see. I'm guessing maybe Carolina doesn't have a goal line defense in there. Maybe they don't even have a run based defense in. I gotta take a look at it on their next defensive of stance to see what they're running because I really haven't been looking.
Absolutely. And that's two drives in a row for Mexico City that they've scored. So Carolina's gonna have to play a little bit of catch up.
Yeah. The previous drive for Mexico City, 12 plays, 81 yards, 4-yard touchdown run there by Phoenix Jones. And there's Harish Prasad tackled and brought down to the 21-yard line. Now, let's not forget that Harish Prasad is one of the dangerous kick return guys in the SFL. He can turn on the Jets, and he can take one to the house anytime soon.
Absolutely, he can. Not only is he just a great receiver, but like you said, he is a dual threat that can hurt you in the return game.
Here's Matt South underneath the center. Twins to the left. I formation of the backs. Two-step drop here is South. South throws it downfield. He got some man. Going to pick up 6 yards on that reception. And that is to number 44, the tight end, Mr. Zoma.
Tony Zoma took that catch, had 3 receptions last week for 17 yards, and right there gets his first catch, I believe, of the day and picks up 6 yards. So starting strong for him. And just a few more like that, and they're marching down the field.
2nd and 4 here for Carolina. Shotgun formation is South. 3 wide receivers. Look like there's a tight end on the line as well to the top. He's going to go out on the route, and he's going to dump it off to the fullback across the middle of the field. He's going to pick up maybe 1 yard.
And that was a great defensive set by Mexico City. It looked like they were in a 4-3, and they played their coverage back just a little bit, but didn't allow any room to run for the underneath route, and that time they stopped him for just a 1-yard gain.
I have to correct that. That wasn't the fullback. That was the Logan Jack on that reception. 3 wide receiver set. Harish Prasad to the top of the field. Two-step drop by South. Going to throw it to Jack. Jack picks up the first down. Spin move. Tackled and brought down at the 38.
And that they could not have drawn that up better other than a touchdown, but right there took that on the flat and just had room to run, and you cannot bring him down 1-to-1 in the open. And that showed by 2 missed tackles, 2 broken tackles, and then they finally brought him down with that 3rd attempt.
That's the end of the first quarter, everybody. We're going to take a short commercial break. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. We'll be right back right after this break. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. You're watching the Mexico City Aztecs versus the Carolina Skyhawks. Here in Carolina, we have Matt South in the shotgun, twins to the left of South. Logan Jack in the backfield, takes a read downfield, finds someone, but it's going to be deflected. And I want to say that is number 42. That is also a linebacker, Ronnie Watson. I was thinking of Jeffrey Daggs. He's 44.
Yeah, and that time, Ronnie Watson got in there, and it looked like they were running a 4-4 defense, it looked like. And that time the linebacker was right in the perfect spot to knock that ball down.
4-2 nickel is the Aztecs now. 3 wide receiver set here for Carolina. 7-step drop here for South. Big wine, and the pass is going to be intercepted. Tackled and brought down at Mexico City's 42. You got to give credit to the strong safety on that one, Wade.
Absolutely. Ben Charves got back there, just targeted the ball, and was in the perfect spot to just jump that route, bring it down, and pick up a few yards before he's tackled. But that time, Carolina tried to go over the top of the defense, and that time just did not work, and Mexico City was in the perfect position to intercept that ball.
I extremely agree with you. Charbs was playing, looks like he was playing cover 4. If you ask me, he stayed back in coverage the entire play. Did not drop down inside the box in any type of 3 robber or cover 3. 3-step drop here by Wilson. Wilson throws an out route to the bottom of the field, and that's the Fox High one.
Actually, it looked like Nate Ritter's on that, but yeah, all the same, great throw and catch, 7 yards to pick up, and we've seen Nate Ritter's get targeted quite often here, and it looks like Matt Wilson has found a new target that he really likes.
Thanks for the correction, Wade. You're right. That was Ritter's. I don't know what's going on with my eyes today. Here's a look at Matt Wilson. Got a guy. And this time, it is your main man, Fox Highwind.
Absolutely. And there, Highwind gets his name called, and for that time, just blew past the defense, and Matt Wilson threw it perfectly, and he led him, took it, caught it, and picked up an extra few yards after the catch, and that was just a great pitch and catch by Matt Wilson.
1st and 10 by the Aztecs. I mean, 1st and 10 for the Aztecs. 25-yard reception there by Fox Highwind. Matt Wilson underneath the center, handoff here to Phoenix Jones, and Jones is going to pick up 5 yards.
Phoenix Jones getting involved again, and that time picks up 5. That improves his average a little bit, other than that pretty big gain on that last drive. But now Mexico City is just methodical in their drives so far in this ball game, and they're just marching down the field again.
2 wide receivers set, hit to the top of the field. Got him in, and that is Bentley. Bentley's going to pick up the 1st down here at Carolina's 14-yard line.
And Bentley gets another target, and there involving just, it seems like everyone on Mexico City is getting a hand on the ball to be involved in the passing game and running game, it seems. And that's a great strategy, because then you can't pinpoint anybody to try to limit the field.
Our I formation here. Aztecs. Fox High went to the bottom of the field. No one is open, and down goes Wilson. On a 7-yard loss, Carolina comes up with a big sack there, and give that man his credit, John Nevels.
John Nevels had 2 sacks last week, and now continues that hot streak with a sack here today. And just, they need a lot more of that to limit this Mexico City Aztec team.
2nd and 17 here for the Aztecs. 3 wide receivers set here for Wilson. Wilson gets pressured, throws a lane duck. Oh my goodness, what a catch by Nate Ritter.
Absolutely standing strong and maintaining the catch through contact. And he heard footsteps, but he said, no, I'm bringing it in, brought it in one-handed, and just knew he was going to get laid out by Tristan Hatley. Did, but hung onto the ball. Great play by Nate Ritter's right there to maintain that catch.
Inside of the 5, 3rd and inches. Goal line situation here for the Aztecs. 3-4 defense is Carolina. And no, they're going to stop Bentley from getting in, but he picks up the 1st down.
And that's just exactly just a cherry on top, because they're already close, and now they get 4 more tries to punch it in, and now they've got a few plays that they are going to want to use.
This looks like a 4-2 nickel situation is the defense. Power formation for the offense, and Phoenix Jones gets into the end zone one more time today.
Yep, and that's 2 on him for him today. The first touchdown went to Mike Daggs, but right now they have found something they like on that end zone, and it almost seems like Carolina just is picking the wrong formation, unfortunately, down on the goal line, and Mexico City is taking advantage to the tune of 2 rushing touchdowns in the past 2 drives.
Yeah, this outstanding drive here for Mexico City. I mean, this drive 8 plays for 59 yards on the 1 yard rush by Phoenix Jones. Also, what I've noticed, I think both of these teams may have paid a visit to Steve Sarkisian clinic because they're using the halfback in the passing game extremely a lot, which Sarkisian loves to do.
Absolutely, and that's something he's known for as his bread and butter, and they are using it to great effect today, and it's been very effective so far.
Here's a kickoff here for Mexico City. They have scored on their first 3 possessions. They're up too big here, 21-0 in Carolina. Here's a kick return to Harish Prasad at the goal line is where he's going to start the return. Got open field towards the bottom, and he's going to be tackled and brought down to the 28-yard line.
And that, like you said before, that is absolutely, Harish Prasad is someone you have to strategize around in the special teams department, because if you don't, he can make you pay in an instant.
Yeah, in an instant, which could give his team momentum and electrify this crowd here in Carolina, and basically builds the momentum for this team to come back from behind on you. 4-3 is the defense. Twins to the left of Matt South, and South got a man to the top of the field, and he's not going to pick up a yard at all. Tackled and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And, it looked like he might have had room if he bounces that left instead of trying to go outside the numbers. But either way, great defense by Mexico City to stop the play right there by Carolina.
Yeah, I agree with your partner. If he made a juke move or a jump step to the left, he probably could break for maybe another yard or two. And Jack is hit in the backfield. 2-yard loss. 3rd and 12 now for the Skyhawks.
That time he had no chance because the defensive player number 90 just absolutely blew up the play for no gain and just got back there and stopped it in a hurry.
Yeah, number 90 is defensive tackle John Von Unrith. 7-step drop here for South. South with the big one, and pass is intercepted this time by Mike Daggs. Over the spin move, juke move by Daggs, and he's going to be tackled and brought down at Carolina's 39-yard line. 2
Jeffrey Daggs
takeaways
right there
today for this defense.
Had 2 interceptions last week and is among the tops of the leaderboards in career interceptions. So right there shows why it is dangerous to throw his direction, because he is a threat to intercept it every single time.
Not mistaken, Jeffrey Dagg does a donation to, I think it's a koala foundation to help the koala bears out. He donates money to that for every interception that he gets per game. Commissioner, correct me if I'm wrong on that one.
So that's a great cause.
Here's a handoff here to Ray Bentley, and Ray Bentley's going to pick up 5 yards. An outstanding run by the fullback.
Absolutely, and that just adds to his career yards, and he is just, you have to prepare for both Phoenix Jones and Ray Bentley, because at any point they could use either one and they can hurt you on any play.
You're absolutely right. I know there have been a father and son that has got home runs in a single game before, which was the Griffeys, Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. I don't think I've ever known of a game where a father and son has scored a touchdown and received an interception.
That's a great point, and it'd be something great to research, because that is you just don't hear of that very often.
No, you do not. 4 wide receiver set here for Wilson. Empty is the backfield. He's going to take a 2-step drop straight across the middle of the field, and that's going to be incomplete. Hit Mike Daggs in the back, and I think they're going to call PI on Stinson.
Absolutely. There was a lot of traffic over there and might have got tangled up on the throw, and let's see what it is.
Pass interference, number 56.
And it is PI on the defense, and I'm pretty sure that the Aztecs is going to accept. And the crowd is letting R62 hear it.
Absolutely. That R62 guy's kind of sus sometimes, but I think he got it right that time.
First and 10.
There's a handoff here to Phoenix Jones, and Jones going to pick up a few yards there. Looks like he picks up maybe 4 on the carry.
Number 43, credited with the tackle.
Absolutely, not much happening right there. They pick up a healthy chunk of yardage, not nothing to write home about, but hey, they'll take that positive momentum anytime they can.
There's Matt Wilson in shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers. Got a guy streaking across the middle of the field. Is going to dump it off here to Phoenix Jones. Jones going to pick up the first down. This may be questionable.
Yes, and we'll see what they do if maybe anybody challenges to see, but picked up the yardage, had space to run, and picked up a head of steam and got as close as he could to that first down yardage and got it.
There's a 2-step drop going to the back of the end zone. This time is intercepted by Carolina.
Absolutely. Carolina's turn to just get in front of a ball and bring it down, and that time looked like Tristan Hatley brought it down. Yeah, he did, and took the touchback in the end zone safe, wisely, and now they'll take it on the 20. But right there, Mexico City was driving, and that was the first time we've seen Carolina stop them in their own red zone.
Yep, you're absolutely right. This is the first time stop Mexico City from getting into the end zone this game, and it comes at 4 minutes, right before, just in the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter. Handoff here to Logan Jack, and Logan Jack is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. He took a shot.
We've been talking about the Mexico City offense a lot, but we haven't said, I don't think, enough about the Mexico City defense in this ballgame. They have been pitching a shutout, knock on wood, but they have been playing lights out so far in this ballgame.
You're right. The defense is playing outstanding, especially the front seven. They are holding Logan Jack to a -2 yards so far in this ballgame. South across middle of the field, finds a receiver. He's going to pick up the first down on that throw.
And now they just are driving in a dangerous position for Mexico City, on their heels a bit, and Carolina so far has picked up this first down, and if they can continue to drive, they will make their halftime speech a lot easier for this Carolina coaching staff.
1st and 10 here for Carolina. Picks up the first down on the last play. 4-3 is the defense of Mexico. They're playing pretty deep. Looks like they're in a cover 3 situation here. They're not going to bring any blitz. Logan Jack, he's going to get out of there. No, going to pick up 5 yards on that play, though. Tackled and brought down by the defensive tackle, Tritz.
That was some pretty good blocking by Carolina. Just couldn't quite spring him for that last bit. But, hey, 5 yards, and now they continue to churn out these yards and keep this clock running.
All right, formation. Harish Prasad to the bottom of the screen. Handoff here to Jack. Jack gets a block. Open field. He breaks. Oh, no, he's not going to break that tackle. Great touchdown, saving tackle by Dags. And I'm telling you, if Logan Jack breaks that tackle, I think we're calling out 10-5 touchdown.
Absolutely with you right there, partner, because, followed that blocker, got that first block. Might have, if he just gets a little bit farther around that block, I think he's sprung, because he is so quick and just can hit the burner so fast. It's just in an instant, he's off to the races.
Weak Eye Twins. Four three is the defense. Handoff here to Jack, down to the bottom of the screen. He's going to be hit and tackled and brought down behind the line of scrimmage, losing a yard. And that is 42, the outside linebacker, Watson, on that tackle. 2-minute warning here in the first half. We'll be right back right after this short commercial break. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music.
So yeah, 3, 4.
Hey everybody, welcome back to this SFL matchup between the Mexico City Aztecs and the Carolina Skyhawks. Mexico City is up 21-0. Both teams are 1-0 to start the season, and pressure is gained down the back of Matt South, and he's taken down hard.
Absolutely,
and that is
right
by
there.
Brock Lee.
Yeah, Brock Lee just got in there in a hurry, and after beating his man, really looked like Matt South was trying to scan for an open receiver, just couldn't find anybody in time, and Mexico City brought him down.
Shotgun formation, gun straight here for Carolina. 3-2 dime is the defense, and he's going to play it safe and dump it across the middle of the field. He's going to pick up 4 yards on that reception. They're going to give him forward progress, Wade.
Yeah, they give him forward progress, luckily, because, on that second effort, it looked like he went, back a few yards, but, now they're in punt territory, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're going to punt the ball away. 4th and 12 here for Carolina. And they're on their side of the field at their 48-yard line, so don't expect any type of trick plays. If they do, I would be shocked to see it.
Absolutely.
And Carolina is basically trying to play it smart. They're just going to let the clock run down as much as they could. And here's a return here by Mexico City, and they're going to be tackled and brought down at the 20-yard line. And on that return was Bradley, one of the backup wide receivers.
And that time, Carolina made, in my opinion, a wise decision just to kind of milk this clock as much as they can before they give the ball back to Mexico City, and that time they did it.
Sorry, not a backup wide receiver. Yeah, one of the backup wide receivers, number 3rd on the depth chart, is Bradley. Matt Wilson underneath the center. Carolina looks like they're going to bring pressure in this 4-2 nickel defense. Looks like they're running that as their base, along with the 3-4, and they're going to hit Phoenix Jones in the backfield. Give credit to that tackle to Phil Hall.
And it was a great job to corral Phoenix Jones right there. And Phil Hall got the benefit of the tackle and brought him down. And now Mexico City kind of churning those feet, trying to get something started.
2nd and 10 here for Mexico City. They're going to hand off here to Phoenix Jones. Ray Bentley is making a hole for his halfback as he picks up 9.
Absolutely. Laying a hat on a defender, and it sprung Phoenix Jones for a few extra yards right there, and really it just laid somebody out.
Halftime show, everyone.
Mexico City, yeah, they're up, 3 scores, and really Carolina just has to be able to do something on offense. Their defense hasn't been terrible. It's just when they get in the red zone, they've just had some woes over there, formation-wise, and really Mexico City's made them pay. But luckily, on that last drive for Mexico City, Carolina stopped them. In the one before that, Carolina had the interception in the end zone, and Mexico City is trending towards domination right now, but Carolina's going to do all they can to try to throw a wrench in that plan.
You're absolutely right, partner. Carolina has to try to throw a wrench into that game plan, because right now Mexico City is running away with this game. They scored 21 points in their first 3 possessions. And here's one of those scores there where Phoenix Jones gets into the end zone. We just could not understand why was Carolina in a 3-2 dime formation when Mexico City was in a bunch.
Absolutely, just a couple of head scratchers, and really, as the Aztecs made them pay for it, and Carolina just has to, re-game plan during halftime and try to fix some of these issues. That way, they don't have a repeat of 3 scores and 3 drives. And that on that play right there that we just were shown, Carolina got the interception that ended Mexico City's hopes for a 4th touchdown.
Yeah. And as we get set to kick off the second half here in Carolina, other SFL action, you have Tulsa up 13-10 over the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Other SFL action happened earlier today. The Arizona Scorpions came away with a victory over the Fort Worth Toros, 20-12. And the Atlanta Swarm came away with the victory over the defending champions, Denver Nightwings. Here's Prasad. He almost breaks that one, partner. As we discussed earlier, he's a dangerous guy on the return team.
Absolutely. He just needs a little space and some room to work with, and he can just get off to the races in a hurry, and he is very, very, very dangerous.
First and 10 from 34 yards.
Here's Matt South underneath the center. Looks like a single back right here for the offense. Prasad to the top. Handoff here. Strong power to the halfback, Logan Jack. And Jack's going to pick up 9 yards on that carry. That is probably his best run of the day today, Paul.
Absolutely. He kind of followed his blockers a bit and picked a decent hole to run through and picked up 9. And that time, I'm telling you, he is so fast. I mean, he gets to full sprint in just a hiccup.
Single back F-wing Jokers. Handoff here to Jack. Jack is hitting the backfield. Is going to lose a yard. My goodness, the defensive line came in fast on that play.
Absolutely. They just crashed all the lanes and just brought him down for, 1 yard loss. And that time, Carolina had no, defense against that defensive line.
Outside linebacker Dexter Jackson was the one to give credit to the tackle. Here's Logan Jack. Spin move. Picks up the first down. Juke move. Got open. Daylight down the field. He's going to get hit. Should I say stepped out of bounds before he getting tackled at the 39-yard line.
That right there, it's just so shifty. Picks up full sprint and then just uses his magnificent ability to just make people miss right there, and just picked up great yardage right there. And that was great blocking, great vision by the runner, and also great shiftiness to break those tackles.
I think Logan Jack has one of the best acceleration that most automobiles has. He takes off so fast after receiving that catch. There's another spin move, hitting tackle right at the line of scrimmage. My goodness, this defense, man, is bringing the wood. Ben Charbs on that tackle.
Absolutely. They brought the heat right there and brought him down. And like you said, he can get off faster than most cars. And I think he beats my 05 Honda Accord for real. So, I mean, he is fast.
Single back formation here. Wide receivers are on the line. Tight ends are off the line. And Harish Prasad gets that reception. Gets both toes in. 3rd and 5. Therefore, Prasad and the Carolina Skyhawks. And
that's what they need.
First time calling his name tonight?
Yards just to keep chipping away at this defense. And they need every completion, every yard that they can get. And they got it right there.
Third and 5. Carolina needs a first down big here at Mexico City's 34-yard line. 3 wide receivers set, 2 to the right of Matt South, and he's got a guy that's going to be tipped away. Outstanding defense by Jackson.
Absolutely.
Way to play the zone.
Great defense. Like you said, just sitting there in that zone, sitting back there, waiting, and when that ball came over, their eyes lit up because, ball, brought it down, took it down, incomplete pass, and now 4th and 5.
And are they gonna kick a field goal? No, they're gonna set up for a punt here. Try to pin him deep, try to play Coffin's corner. And there's the punt. Takes a bounce, looks like right at the 10, and it's gonna travel into the end zone. Mexico City's gonna get it at their 20.
Oh, just unfortunate. They were just dying to get that ball at the, inside the 5. Just couldn't quite get their special teams unit to the ball in time. But now Mexico City is in a dangerous opportunity to put together a solid drive on their own 20-yard line.
4-2 nickel is the defense. I formation wing Jokers, and it's to Phoenix Jones. Oh, he runs over the referee before crossing over the midfield line down to Mexico City's 43.
And in a heartbeat, he's off to the races. And right there, they finally brought him down. But now, Phoenix Jones, it looks like, has that full head of steam on his side. And it's looking like he is looking to do damage to this defense.
Like his longest run of the night, partner.
Did look like it, yes.
Mexico City's at their own 43. Weak eye formation. 5-step drop here by Wilson. Dumps it off to Bentley. No, I'm sorry. That's Jones in the flat. And he's going to pick up 7.
That time, Jones got just enough space to pick up some extra yards because he had some defenders close to him, but had enough room to run to pick up 7 yards right there. And now, 2nd and 3rd, and Mexico City is looking for anything in their playbook that can pick up a guaranteed first down.
Phoenix Jones at 93 yards on 16 attempts, averaging 5.8 yards a carry. Longest run for the night is 20 yards on the 2 previous plays. He's going to be hit right. It looks like they're going to give him a yard. Now it's 3rd and 2, and that is 76 on the tackle. Nevels.
And there was John Nevels again to bring down the ball carrier, and now so close to a first down, but Carolina is going to do everything it can to prevent this first down.
3rd and 2. Nickel formation is the defense. Oh, what a stiff arm to pick up the first down. Phoenix Jones, stop it.
Yeah, he got that, and got hit. Looked like right before first down territory, but did everything he could to get himself across that first down threshold, and did right there, and picked up a huge first down to continue this drive.
Stiff arm is one of the most dangerous weapons in a running back's arsenal, and you don't see those guys use it as often. Here's Matt Wilson. Step up. Wilson's going to be tackled and brought down for a 3-yard loss right at midfield.
And Phil Hall gets adds to his stats of 5 tackles in this ball game, and that right there was a big first down stand by the Carolina defense.
Yeah, Phil Hall has been balling for this defense basically all day long in the trenches. 5 wide receivers, empty formation, and out of the hands of Wilson is to Mike Daggs. Daggs coming away with that reception, just 2 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, and that's old trusty. You just know they love connecting passes to each other because they do it early and often, and right there, almost enough for the first down, but they're going to try anything to get the first down, and Carolina has to pull up a special play to get a stop.
3rd and 2. Looks like a running situation here for Mexico City. 4-2 nickel. Handoff to the halfback Jones, and he's blown up in the backfield. Is that Hall again? Yes, it is. This dude has been the backbone for this defense.
He has. I mean, he's been all over the place. He's put his impact on the game in every possible way he can, and on that drive came up with 2 huge stops, and that ends in Mexico City's drive.
And Mexico City's going to punt the ball off to Carolina. This is going to roll into the end zone. And this is where Carolina will start this possession here right at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and now Carolina has to come up with a winning, a scoring drive to keep their hopes alive to stay in this ball game.
Matt South underneath the center. I knew I was going to do that. Handoff here to Logan Jack. Jack is going to pick up 4 yards on that carry.
And that time, it was just kind of a wash, really, on the defense and offensive side. But they pick up 4 yards. Nothing explosive, but 4 yards is definitely a solid gain in the grand scheme when you're trying to put points on the board.
2nd and 6 here for Carolina. Handoff here to Logan Jack again. Oh, what a jump step by Logan Jack to free himself up to pick up 2 more yards on that run.
And his shiftiness to pick up an extra couple of yards really made something out of nothing and got it. And now they're just 2 yards away from a first down, and that just continues this drive for Carolina and tries to keep their hopes alive.
Third and 2. Matt South takes a 2-step drive. Big arm downfield, almost intercepted again. That one's almost picked off by the halfback of Mexico City. I'm sorry, not halfback, the cornerback, Jermaine Manyfield.
Yeah, Jermaine Manyfield has put his mark on the ball game already in this game, and that time puts another one with a pass deflection, and Mexico City's defense holds strong again.
I get excited when I see a quarterback throws the ball deep.
Yeah.
There's the punt here by Carolina. And here's a return here by Mexico City. Oh, right up the middle. Picks up about 10, 12 yards on that return. Down to Carolina's 49-yard line.
Absolutely great return and gets past half of the half mark of the field. And now Mexico City looks like they are in very good deep, field position. Some of the best field position they've been in all game.
3 wide receiver set here for Matt Wilson. 4-2 nickel is the defense. Wilson with the big throw. That pass is intercepted by Carolina. They come away with another takeaway on Matt Wilson. That's his second pick today that he's thrown.
Yeah, that's second pick, and that's his fourth of the season, and none bigger for Carolina in this season of interceptions. And that time they took it, and now they're sitting in a decent field position to try to put points on the board of their own. And because it's been really nothing really happening since, 3 drives for Mexico City in that first half.
Yeah, and it was Monte Wyatt from the slot. I'm sorry, at the free safety spot. But he was playing down as he was in the slot. He was playing in a cover 3 situation. And there's a out route to the top of the field to Harish Prasad. Prasad comes away with that reception. And I want to say that is his 4th catch of the night. Or his 3rd catch, 4th target.
Absolutely. He got that, and that he lives on that. 7 yards. Give me that. Got it. Got out of bounds. And now Carolina can just keep on trying to chip away at this defense.
Looks like the matchup over there in Tulsa in Sioux Falls is heating up as the score now is 17-16. Second and 3. They go shotgun formation. Wait, do you agree with that? 2-step drop here by South. Got his man open and Harish Prasad to the top of the field.
I mean, it worked. So, I mean, it worked, and now they can keep this drive alive.
Yeah, I was just thinking when I saw that it was second and 2. I was like, why are you not running the ball? So. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a commentator. There's a twins formation. Split back. Here for Carolina. 2-step drop by South. That pass is almost picked off, and the wide receiver had to turn it to a DB.
Absolutely. And that was great defense by the offensive receiver, because without that defensive effort to, prevent that interception, we're looking at a flipped field for sure.
Absolutely correct. Three wide receiver set. Looks like it'll be a single back left here for Logan Jack. 5-step drop. Big arm. That pass is intercepted. It's going back and forth now between these two defenses. They're not allowing anything through the air now.
You're absolutely right, partner. They have locked down the air defense, and it's really been just interception after interception, just back to back so far. And now it's just a battle between who can throw the least amount of interceptions, it seems.
Yeah, man, and you're absolutely right on that. And Mexico City, it looks like they have gotten away from what helped them move the ball down the field earlier. Little runs here from Phoenix Jones and Ray Bentley, and also hitting dags and the receivers in the flats and out routes. There's Bentley right up the middle of the field there, and he's going to pick up 4 yards. But they're not attacking the middle of the field like they were early on.
You're right. And it's kind of worked to their disadvantage, because those first, like you said, those first 3 drives, they were doing that, mixing that in there, and it was successful. And then that 4th drive, they got the interception, but then they go away from it, and they're just kind of having a tougher time than that first half.
Yeah, and I can understand Carolina's situation. They're trying to get back in the game, so they're trying to find a big play to get them going, and they're throwing deep, but they're throwing the ball. I mean, they're in great first down pickup there by Mike Daggs, but they're throwing the ball, and it looks like Mexico City is playing one-on-one coverage, and they're just coming away with the balls up in there.
Absolutely. It's exactly like you described it. And really, it'll be interesting to see if they make us, a tweak here and there to try to maintain that grip they had on that first half.
A little bit of trips right here. Play action. Matt Wilson dumps it off across the middle. That pass is picked off. They tried to go with the game plan and go short, and man, the defense of Carolina saves the day with that pick there. They are fighting teeth and bone to keep this game alive.
And that right there, it looked like the defense got to the quarterback right there and forced that kind of errant, wobbly pass, and that ended up in an interception. So kudos to the defense for forcing the hand of Matt Wilson to throw that errant pass.
I don't even know what to say about this. Mexico City has a 21-point lead, but four picks by Matt Wilson. And there's a dump off to Logan Jack, and Jack's going to lose 2 yards as he's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and that's by number 23, Mr. Charbs, on that tackle there for loss.
And that was a great job by Ben Charge just to close down in a hurry and bring down the ball carrier for a -2 yard gain. And that time it was just great, outstanding defense by the defensive back.
Carolina would be in this game if they would take advantage of the takeaways that they're getting from the defense. Here's a handoff hit to Logan Jack. Jack bounce, spin move. Makes 2 guys miss and picks up 10 of the 12 that he needed. 3rd and 2 now.
Absolutely. And normally, obviously that's a first down, but the poor field position on that play just limits them to a 3rd and 2 now. But just that field vision, the blocking was pretty good. And that time he just made all those people miss and do what he could to pick up 10 yards.
Yeah, that second spin move kind of set him up to be tackled, although he was trying to break the play. But man, when he came out of that, the defense of Mexico City was right there waiting for him. Wins to the right of South. 4-3 is the defense of Mexico City. Handoff to Logan Jack. Nothing doing. Stop right at the line of scrimmage, partner.
Absolutely. And that's something that they just need more of to just limit the offense of Carolina to nothing. And they did right there. Held strong. And now it's 4th and 2. And we'll see what they try to do.
They're out in a strong I formation. Looks like Mexico City is in a 4-2. And Mexico City does not jump off sides, and Carolina is forced to call a timeout.
I see what they're doing right there. I mean, hey, you try to take that free first down if you can get it, but hey, they made the wise call and called out of it because they might have saw something that just did not match up.
Yeah, the crazy part is that it works most of the time. Your quarterback goes out there and get a hard count, and some of those D linemen they are just so eager to get things going or get in the backfield, and they'll jump the play. But that time, that showed great discipline by the Mexico City defensive line, and that their coaches have been skilling their guys to look out for that. And that punt is down inside the 5. I should say right at the 5-yard line.
Absolutely. And that seems like just about as perfect a punt as you can get. And now, Mexico City has to start on their own 5-yard line, which is just awful field possession.
1st and 10 at Mexico City's 5-yard line. Handoff here to Phoenix Jones, and Phoenix Jones helps his team out by picking up 7 yards to get out of that near the goal line situation at the 5-yard line.
With those hefty runs that Phoenix Jones has had in this ballgame, he's averaging, half a first down a carry, and that time did nothing but improve his average.
2nd and 3 here for Mexico City, that is. Handoff here to Jones again. Jones gets skinny, and my goodness, he took a shot upside the head. Put that on your mind. Think about that before you come through. And that's Prasad, the linebacker. That's the end of the 3rd quarter, folks. Everyone, put your 4s up in the chat. We're watching the SFL Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. We'll be right back. We're back. Sorry, we were just chatting there in that commercial break. Welcome back to the matchup tonight between the Mexico City Aztecs and the Carolina Skyhawks here on the SFL Simulation Football League Twitch Network. You're watching Simulation Football presented by APM Music. And Carolina looks like they're going to bring a blitz up the middle, give the first down to Ray Bentley.
Yeah, and he just got just enough for that first down. And, I mean, that, again, like we've talked about earlier, the two-headed snake of Phoenix Jones and Ray Bentley are just nightmares back there for matchups because they can just do so much.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line. You're absolutely right, partner. And it's going to be a handoff here to Wilson. Wilson's tackled after picking up a yard. Man, he took a shot right to the chest. The linebacker, Prasad, comes away with that tackle. Man, he came in like a heat-seeking missile, or should I say like Roman Reigns with a spear.
Haha, he did. He just came back there and just leveled him. And for, 1 yard gain, and that time, Carolina's defense just swarmed to the ball and brought him down.
2nd and 9 here for the Aztecs. 4-2 nickel is the defense. Twins to the right of Wilson. Dumps it off to his halfback, Jones. And Jones is going to pick up 3 yards. Maybe 4 yards. 3rd and 5. No, it's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and that
6 look like it's like a little line in it.
It was a little bit hard to see. I'm with you. And that time they just got enough, just couldn't quite get that first down. And now they've got to scramble and try to pick up this first down any way they can.
Wide receiver said there is a tight end, Mike Daggs, on the field to the right. Does a slant. Oh my goodness, how did Wilson fit that in there to that wide receiver, Jason Bartley?
He used his sixth sense right there to put that ball right where no one could get it, because I thought for sure Carolina would knock that ball down because they had a defender flying through it just right behind him. Looks like he timed his jump a little too soon, and right there it was a great pitch and catch for Jason Bartley from Matt Wilson, and now first down, and they're continuing to drive.
Did I just get a science lesson from Wade Phillips that says that the sixth sense is accuracy? Write that down, people. There's Bartley once again. Outstanding analogy there, Phillips. The sixth sense is accuracy now.
Absolutely.
Let's call it.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, he's been using it a lot today. A couple interceptions here and there, but so far he's been able to limit the damage that the defense has caused for Mexico City.
Power I formation. They're going to go strong screen here. There's a big block to free up Jones, and Jones picks up the first down. 72 on that block there for Mexico City. Can I get a name on that fella? Where is my mouse? I use the mouse. Okay, this is what happens when you have 3 screens. 72, Robert Fett comes away with that block there. Just want to show some love to the O-lineman. Also, let's show some love to our stats team. We got Tom Roman on stats along with Rochelle. I do not remember Rochelle's last name. And we have Tazzy on stats as well. Sorry about that, Rochelle. I will learn to your last name. Meet me at the convention. Let's talk. Hosting is the last name. Sorry about that. That's it. Forward to nickel. There's the Skyhawks handoff. This time it's to Jones up the middle. Jones going to pick up a yard. And now, partner, it looks like Mexico City is just trying to burn clock.
Yeah, it does look like that. They're just trying to, do everything they can to just burn this clock so that Carolina can't do any damage if they were to score, and by all means limiting the damage that Carolina can cause. And now, so far, Mexico City got that first down on the first part of this drive, but now trying to get another one.
Shotgun formation is Wilson. 4 wide receivers set. There's a guy across the middle of the field. It's Bradley. Bradley picks up 9.
And look
4th
at that.
and 1. Mexico City got to kick it off.
One-handed catch, but just doesn't quite get the first down. And now Mexico City, it looks like, is going to punt this ball away. But, I mean, Carolina did their job. They got the stop. Oh, look at this.
Hey, Mexico City looks like they're going to play hardball here. Handout to Phoenix Jones, and Jones picks up the first down before he being laid out.
Yep, and Phoenix Jones just looks like he reached over the century mark today, and none a bigger time than this fourth quarter where they're trying to put this ball game away, and right there did one step closer and getting that first down and going to burn some more clock.
Tulsa Desperados takes the lead over the Sioux Falls Sparrows. 19-17 is their ball game. Power I formation again. Oh, there's a big hit in the backfield by the defense of Carolina. My goodness, did Jones take a big hit in the backfield.
Absolutely. Just got walloped back there by Chad Stinson, just leveling his head and just knocking him down. And really, Carolina's defense has shown up in certain plays and really have limited since that about early in the second quarter.
That's Stinson's 6th sack of the night. Here's Wilson out route down the bottom of the field, almost picked off.
Just flying around, and right there would just almost got that interception to look like off the tip. Just couldn't quite come through with the interception. But hey, it's 3rd and 11 now, and Mexico City has to pull some magic out of their hat to try to get this first down and continue this drive.
Yeah, they were playing conservative at the start of the drive, and now we're down to 5 minutes and 45 seconds after that incompletion. And there's a man downfield. He got his target. Matt Wilson picks up the first down to that strike to Fox Highwind.
I'll tell you, Matt Wilson is so good. I mean, it just seems like everything's against him, and then finds the man. It looks like there were 2 to 3 Carolina defenders around the vicinity of the pass, but Mexico City comes down with the ball and now continues to drive and burn time off this clock.
Wow, that ball had so much zip on it. It zoomed right past the ear of one of the Skyhawks defenders, and I don't think the guy ever saw the ball coming.
You're absolutely right. I mean, because he put it in there with some heat and, just couldn't get it. And that time, 3-yard gain. And now it just seems like Mexico City can really just do whatever they want. I mean, they're getting the first downs on those hard 3rd down yardage marks. And now they're just kind of doing what they can to secure this victory.
Matt Wilson in the shotgun here, 4 wide receivers. Looks like the defense is playing bump, man press, and there's a strike down the middle of the field for another first down. And this is Bartley again. He has been attacking the middle of the field all game long, and that's where he's making his bread and butter.
Absolutely. You are absolutely correct right there because, I mean, they have just targeted him so many times over the middle, and he's held strong and brought down the ball. I mean, a lot of these Mexico City receivers have just been able to catch it over the middle and maintain the catch, and it's paid off for them to the tune of a 21-0 ball game.
Just under 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the game, and looks like Mexico City is going to go conservative now as they come out in a jumbo run package. And they're going to hand it off here to Jones, and Jones is going to pick up 1 yard before being tossed down ball. Is that Hall?
Looks like
Yeah.
Prasad.
Prasad. Prasad, yeah.
And yeah, I'll tell you what, I'd like to see Mexico City run the clock just a little bit more so that, they're running the ball, but they're leaving a little too much time on the clock.
Yeah, the sunlight is when the sunlight hits the jersey of Carolina, it's making it hard for me to see up here in the skybox, Yep. Hand off here to Jones once again, and he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, and now they've gotten it down to about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this ball game, and Mexico City is really using their game plan to run this clock down, and so far it's been effective. They've picked up first downs that they've needed to extend the drive, and now they're on the Carolina 17 and looking to finish this drive off.
Yeah, when you have an outstanding back like Phoenix Jones, and you have a fullback like Ray Bentley that can, pick up blocks and pave the way for the halfback, why not, use that type of weapon that you have? Here's a 4 wide receiver set here for Mexico City. 3-2 dime is the defense, and they're going to play zone, man. Oh, he almost had the touchdown, but it was tipped away, and then the defense comes away with the INT, and that is Monte Wyatt. And I want to say that's Wyatt's 3rd interception of the game, is it?
That's definitely patting the stat sheet for Monte Wyatt, and right there it was on the tip. But man, I'll tell you, Carolina has held these past few drives when they've had to in the red zone, and 2 red zone interceptions today, and just shows that Carolina's defense was having trouble earlier, but has really turned it around and made stops when they needed to.
Yeah, 3 wide receivers. Matt South in the shotgun. 2 minutes and 53 seconds left on the ticker. He's going to take a 2-step drop, dump it off to Jack. Jack run backwards, going to lose 5 yards. No huddle.
Yep.
3-3 Nichols, the defense. Mexico City. That pass is going to be caught right down the middle by Harish Prasad.
That was just a very great catch to bring that down. I thought it would be incomplete.
And there's another reception across the middle of the field to the top there to a wide receiver. I can't catch that number. Shotgun doubles right, and they're going to dump it off to Logan Jack. Logan Jack with a high step. Raceway get open on that reception there. Picks up 1 yard. Matt South, 1-step drive. Dump it off to Jack. Jack hit right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a yard. That's the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on the SFL Twitch Network. We'll be back. On their previous possession for Mexico City, they threw the pick on the 20th play of that drive. You put an outstanding drive like that together and throw it away on the 20th play. That gotta hurt. Here's Matt South throwing across the middle. That pass is almost completed by one of his receivers.
Yeah, that was up in the air, juggled around, and looked like one of the receivers might catch that over the middle and, take it for a few dangerous yards, but that time just knocked down, and now nothing happening on that play.
Yeah, and I think if you're Carolina here, I think you go for it on 4th and 8. I mean, you're under 2 minutes here. I think you got to go for it, although you're on your own side of the field.
Yep, with you.
They're going to come out in gun formation. And he's going to take a deep shot down to the corner of the field, and it's Harish Prasad. He crosses Hollywood Boulevard for the first time tonight.
And there it was. It might be too late, too little, too late, but hey, they'll take it because now they've got 6 points on the board, looking to get that 7th after this play. But hey, Harish Prasad gets back there, blows past his man, and Matt South found him, led him, and now Harish Prasad walks into the end zone for a score. Carolina is in this ball game with little time left remaining.
Yeah, that was blown coverage by Mark Martin, who was right over Prasad. I'm sorry, not Mark Martin. My apologies. That was one of the backup non-contracts, Tyree, number 36, who had a blown coverage there. And there's the extra point attempt, and it's good. Do you say Carolina goes for an onside kick here?
I mean, what do you have to lose, honestly? I mean, you're down 2 scores. You need every possession you can. And if you give the ball back to Mexico City, I'm just afraid that they can just milk it and in this ball game.
Yeah. And I got to give credit to Carolina for sticking with that play because they've been looking for it all night long, and that was the first time they connected on it. That just shows that Mexico City has been playing great defense. Oh, man, he took a hit.
Absolutely. Caught that in the air and just got walloped by the special teams unit. But hey, they got their job done and picked up that onside kick, and now Mexico City can try to put the foot on the gas and in this ball game.
That was the number 4 wide receiver on the depth chart, Jacob McCall, come away with that onside kick recovery. Power I formation. here for Mexico City. 4-2 nickel is the defense, and he has blockers. Oh, if he stayed to the top, he's probably still running.
I'm with you, partner. He cuts in. Just unfortunately, there's a bunch of jerseys right there to bring him down. But, like you said, if he bounces that outside, he's still running.
The Tulsa Desperados has defeated the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Both teams fall to 1-1 now on the season in this Week 2 matchup, as they took place over on our sister network for the fans. And here's a handoff here to Jones up the middle, and Jones is going to pick up, looks like 3-4 yards there on that carry, down to Carolina's 34.
And Carolina had to use their last remaining timeout, so they have no chance of stopping the clock anymore in Mexico City. If they get this first down, it looks like they can just go into that victory formation. But it all depends on getting a first down.
There's a handoff here to Jones up the middle. Jones does get the first down. Outstanding run blocking by this offensive line.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. The offensive line has done a really good job today and springing Phoenix Jones for the gains that he's had. And really, it's been just a great game so far altogether.
Look there at Monte Wyatt. He has 2 picks today. And Mexico City, they're going to go to the victory play here, and they're going to kneel it down, and they're just going to let this clock run out.
Yep, and they've been building to it for the past drive or two, and now they get payoff because Carolina is out of timeouts. They picked up that first down, and they're going to do all they can to just run this clock out and take the victory into the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, got to give credit to both teams coming out here to play today, giving us and entertaining us with their presence on the football field here. Although Carolina is not going to come away with the victory, but Mexico City is. This season is still short. Carolina, you won Week 1. You do pick up a loss this week, but you can bounce back next week and so forth. It's a 12-week season. I would like to just say, guys, keep your head up. I know you all are. James Klein and Harish Prasad, you're great owners over there, and you guys have an outstanding ball club. But everyone, that's the end of the ball game. The Aztecs defeat the Carolina Skyhawks 21-7. Wade Phillips, what's your post game?
Yeah, the Skyhawks can, they lost today, but they can definitely take some positives from the game. They had 4 takeaways, which is, against pretty much any other team is going to get you the victory. Mexico City is just really, really, really good, and they showed it today with, a 2-score victory and just solid outing by Mexico City statistically, minus those interceptions. But Carolina, hey, they gave their heart out. They got that late score and just never gave up. And they can definitely take that, maybe tighten some things up on the goal line because we saw that the mismatch. But hey, they can't knock their effort.
Absolutely, you're right. I mean, taking the ball away from Matt Wilson 4 times is nothing to lower your head down about. As you stated, any other team, Carolina can basically win the ball game with that type of defensive performance. You just got to tweak a few things offensively, and I believe that Mexico City took them out of their game plan by not allowing anything deep behind them in their secondary, and they basically wanted Carolina to play them up front. They was allowing things to get completed ahead of before, within the chains, just nothing behind the chains.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, like you said, just exactly like that.
And hey, everybody, there's your player of the game, Phoenix Jones. Wade, any takes on Phoenix?
Yeah, just a great, never gave up, just kept working hard and got that victory. Picked up 2 touchdowns and over a century mark. So, hey, can't fault him there. Great game.
Everybody, I'm Damon Simeon. He's Wade Phillips. I like to say peace, and I'm out.
Let's go, Tulsa.